Hi there, Neil Osborne here. How are you? And I wanted to talk to you today about how to help you get your sales team to actually call on larger accounts. It was one of my greatest frustrations when I was a national sales manager. We would put together fantastic campaigns to attract new clients, only to find our existing sales team continued to call on, well, smaller clients than maybe what I wanted them to target. As always, we wanted to get the bigger clients because, let's be frank, one large client can be worth, well, as many as half a dozen smaller ones in dollar value, can't they? And quite often, they're also less maintenance, but they're more of a challenge to secure. And we need to approach this process in a very, very different way. The biggest issue I tend to find is that salespeople go through the door with an A-grade account using a C or a D-grade account conversation. And you're right, it doesn't work. So the biggest behavioural shift that I've observed is we need to teach the sales team how to have a different conversation. And they need to have an A-grade conversation. Now, let's be frank, most companies grade their clients. I grade the clients on the number of staff that they have, and in particular number of full-time staff, because from my business coaching background and also from my national sales manager's role, I know what a full-time staff member produces on average in wholesale purchases per annum. So I can work out what their total spend is. But putting that aside for the moment, we tend to grade A, B, C, and D. Now, whatever your metrics are to put those clients into those, I will suggest that each layer of those requires a different type of conversation. For example, if you go and approach an A-grade salon, well, the first thing they're going to think is they're going to think that you're here to change them from what they're using today to what you're selling today. Because tomorrow you might be selling something different, who knows? But more importantly, they see you as a change agent. They see you as someone, all they want to do is change them from what colour brand they're using to another colour brand, or from what professional skincare brands or peels or whatever it is they're using to whatever it is you're selling. And that's the first barrier that we need to overcome when we approach large accounts. And the way we do that is we change our language and we talk about something different, and we talk about a concept. And that is that we have a concept that I'd like to talk to you about. Now, talking about concepts has a very, very different implication, because what we know about an A-grade salon is they have existing clientele. They have a business established. They are running a highly profitable business most times, and more importantly, they already have a large following of clientele. So if we can help them and introduce them to a concept that implies we're not wanting to change what they're currently doing, but to rather add, now we actually start to make some progress with these large accounts in our conversations. See, to go in and say that, we're here to help you, well, to be really frank, that's not the level of conversation you need to have with an A-grade. So it goes like this. If they're an A-grade account, you want to be able to talk to them about concepts because, well, they're already established and they're already successful in their own right. A B-grade account, well, you want to talk to them about support because they want to become an A-grade account. So I would focus on the things that we do as a company that support up-and-coming salon owners and their businesses and, more importantly, their staff. And then when we get down to the C grade, well, they tend to talk about ideas. I've got some really great ideas because most C grade accounts are really busy. The owners are really busy working on the floor. And quite often if we can give them an idea that can help them grow their business, they're ever so grateful of it. And D grade accounts, well, yes, they need a bit of help. But let's be frank, there are some really good single operators out there in our current marketplace. And I think we really need to look closely at the value that they can also bring. But my point is, if you want your sales team to start to sell to a different level of account, you need to help them with their language. Not just the presentation materials, not just the offer, but it's the language and it's how to start the conversation. That's where you'll get the traction. I hope this tip has been helpful and I look forward to seeing you next time.